Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip, back here with another video. Kind of a late upload tonight, I haven't really uploaded videos around this time, but let's just talk about McDonald's. Let's just talk about the stock. I've heard about the news here and there about the stock. I've heard about the quarter pounders and all the news behind the meat and stuff like that, but this just shows, I recently around like 2 p.m. I looked at the stock and I'm like, 298, like that, it's been down all day. I'm like, wow, people really do have a lot to do with the stock market. We basically pretty much, people, the customers of a certain business, or let's say people that go grocery shopping at Walmart and they have a stock there. Like, if Walmart comes out with bad news that they're being, fined for like something like bad meat or a vegetable or fruit that's causing people to get diseases, and it's harmful. This big drop, I see that happening with any type of business, any type of fast food, any type of let's say even like a clothing brand. I don't know, like I feel like the media has so much to do, and the news that circulates around it had so much to do with this big drop. Okay, now I feel like no matter what business it is, the customers and the consumers always have a lot to do with that business. Now, what do I mean by this? This is just proof that news and media can control a stock. Okay, I recently just looked up McDonald's. I think it was about a couple hours ago, and this is what pops up. A total 49 cases linked to quarter pounders have been reported so far, most of the illness occurring in Colorado, Nebraska, and then highlighted it says 26 sickened in the former and 9 stricken in the later. So I mean, it's just highlighting that people have been sick. So what is the automatic switch in people's mindset? Oh, I don't want to eat there, right? So that causes less customers that would want to buy any type of product from McDonald's. Okay, now all the article that I showed you guys, the little passage, that was today. Okay, and right at closing Tuesday, McDonald's was at 314.69 share price, and today at opening we opened at 291. So that's some work that was happening in the off market, that we opened so low. That's surprising. But then we go all the way up to like 300, and then we just we consistently stay at this low where we're just plateaued. But why? Well, I can tell you why. If you just look up McDonald's in Safari, what pops up? McDonald's stock, McDonald's the E. coli, whatever the case is, right, with the bacteria and whatever the food is. So people are automatically just concerned about eating there, but also it affects the stock market. Okay, because people who are investing in a stock, why are they investing in the stock? Because they believe in the business, right? When you're going and buying foods from a certain grocery store year after year, you kind of like trust that grocery store. You kind of like, it's convenient, it's cheap. You like going there. The food is, you can take the food there and you can go home, cook it, eat it, whatever, right? But fast food is similarly same. If somebody gets like McDonald's 2 times a week, I'm sure there's people out there that do that, and this news shows up, they're like, oh my God, I can't eat there no more. What if I get sick? What if I get this disease? That causes doubt. Okay, now that causes doubt in the person who wants to buy that product, and what that does is that leads to seeking a different option. Now, some of McDonald's competitors are like, I don't know, Taco Bell, you can say Burger King, you can say any other fast food, KFC, whatever. Okay, they look at that as a substitute. Okay, now what is that doing? That's drawing away from the fact that McDonald's is gonna have more people there. I'm sure people are still gonna buy McDonald's, but a lot of people are gonna have that doubt in their mind that, oh, I don't know, there's speculations going around about this, about your guys' meat and your quarter pounders, whatever the case may be, and that causes doubt, which leads to them going to a different option. It is visible that that the stock drops because of that. people probably sold their shares. People were like, okay, the stock is going to drop. It's not looking good. Let's get out of here. And if they go low, I can maybe get back in. But right now, I think right now is not the good time to just, not the good time to, it's probably a good time to buy the stock, but it's not a good time to it was not a good time to hold on it if you were looking to get some profits. But if you had this as a long time, just ride this moment out for McDonald's. Now, the third thing I have is notice how the drop gets bigger on the 23rd. Today's the 23rd, and if we go back on here, we see Tuesday. It's just been a consistent. I always talk about consistent stocks. That's a sign of a good long-term investment. Consistent stock. If the graph looks something like this, guys, that means that stock is trustworthy. It's a nice stock. It's consistent. You see a lot of good long terms that I mentioned, like Nvidia, in some cases, Apple sometimes, but the biggest one is Walmart. Walmart is very consistent. If it's around 60, it's going to stay around 60 for like a few weeks. Then it goes to 70. Then it stays around 70. It has one down week to like 55. Then it goes back up to 70, right? McDonald's is known for that too. Look how consistent this graph is from the month from like this whole month. Okay, but now here's the good side about this. Okay, I'm not saying it's good that people are getting diseases and getting hurt from this, but I'm saying if you want to invest and you were looking to get into the stock mid-October when we were at 311 and you couldn't, now is a good time to get in. Okay, probably even wait for like a 292, 291 and just get in. Okay, do I think it's gonna drop lower? That's it's really hard to say, but if it's under 300, get the stock. Get in there, get your position. That's good. If it drops lower, you can always just buy more. Okay, it's not a bad time to buy the stock, but it is a bad time to just hold out a stock if your time frame on it is for 6 months or you want to hold it for 7 months. Okay, and you're like in that third month towards the middle and you have to really hold the stock for extra 2 months. Okay, because you really don't know is it going to rebound off of this. Okay, because you have to hold on it for another month, then you want to sell. That's the only downside about time frames. Okay, but I always go with my first thought. If I have a time frame of 6 months and I feel like a stock it's not gonna rebound after this, I just sell it as soon as I feel like it's gonna go up to 305. Okay. The surge on the second image shows how concerned people are. I mean, the stock market. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have invested in McDonald's. What a consistent fast food. It's cheap. Okay, first of all, McDonald's is very cheap. Okay, compared to. I'm not saying it's a better option for like a healthy substitute, but it's a cheap food. You can get $4. You can get a McChicken, probably a small drink, and it's have something to eat, right? And it doesn't taste too bad. You just eat it, and you're on to work, right? This particular news, I don't think it's going to be as, it's not going to be as bad. In a week or so, it's going to be forgotten. Or worst case scenario, the stock keeps tanking, right? But I don't think it's the end all be all for McDonald's. I mean, come on, stocks always rebound back up. If we take a moment and look at the Nike stock, they were going through a lawsuit or something like that during the summer, I believe. So let's look at that. May, June, July. Some of the lowest time we saw for Nike was back then. Okay, 72, 73, and what happened after that? It takes them like a month or so, then they're back on the roll, right? And the high is 121 and they're at 80. Okay, and then they had that little up run to 88 and past was 97. So still they're regaining. They're in a rebuilding phase, but they've regained pretty well. I mean, they're almost at 90. They're gonna probably shoot back up to try to break 100. Okay, so big name stocks are always going to find a way to rebound and recover. Okay, no worries, but I'm just showing you guys that the media and news can really take control of a stock. That is very possible, in a good way and a bad way. It's very possible. Okay, so keep that in mind. You have to keep in mind that you're not the only one invested in a certain stock. There's a lot of other people, and they have a lot of other strategies, and their psychology between when a stock goes up and down is different from yours. When a stock goes up for you, it's probably like, oh my God, okay, that's good. I just want to see another good week. Then I'm gonna sell. Or for them, it's probably like, oh my God, it just went up. I'm gonna sell and get my profits really quick. You know, like it's different. There are a lot of different people and different mindsets with their investments. Okay, it's different styles, different type of, just different type of algorithms. So you have to keep that in mind with every stock, every lawsuit, every crazy news you see about every stock. Okay, don't panic. McDonald's is gonna rebound up. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna go back up to 320, 315. Okay, and the next run is probably gonna be bigger than we've ever seen. I'll tell you that. But this is a good opportunity to buy McDonald's, right? But this just shows that, news can take some